Hi, I'm James from RV Sales Australia, and today we're going to do a walk around of this Regal Grand Tourer campervan. This Sprinter is a 419, so it's got the high output motor along with the two-stage turbo, and it puts out 190 horsepower along with 450 newton meters worth of torque. This particular vehicle has been ordered with all-wheel drive with torque on demand. So torque on demand basically means that wherever the power is required, whether it's the front or rear axle, when you're going down tough terrain, the computer of the Mercedes will actually determine where to distribute the power. And along with torque on demand and all-wheel drive, the vehicle's lifted from Mercedes as well to help with approach angles and departure. The standard Mercedes wheels and tyres have been replaced with Method race wheels and Nitto Ridge Grappler all-terrain tyres. These are actually a hybrid tyre, and they feature a mud terrain sidewall along with an all-terrain tread. To assist with entry, these weld-beat Australian-made side steps have been fitted to both the passenger and driver's side of the vehicle. We ordered the Sprinter with the electric sliding door as well. Fitted below the entry door is a slide-out electric step. During the manufacturing process of the campervan, a 3-layer insulation kit is fitted to the walls and roof of the van. The 3-layer insulation kit is made up of a sound deadener, a thermal insulator with reflective to keep heat out, along with bats. On the passenger side of the vehicle, there is a Fiamma roll-out awning at the very top, along with an awning light just below. We utilize a aluminium framed dual glazed window with a slight tint on it, and depending on the floor plan, we allow for customers to choose between having 2 windows on the passenger side or alternatively 3 windows like this vehicle has over here. We allow for customers to elect the external color of their vehicle. So the vehicle on the left is obviously an Arctic white. The vehicle over here on the right is a customer order. It's actually going up to New South Wales next week. It's just been completed and is in blue grey. The customer's opted for the ECB nudge bar at the front of the vehicle along with a light bar above. The customer's preference was actually to fit the longer wellbeat step and delete the electric step compared to the campervan that we're looking at currently. Also on the passenger side of the campervan is a 10 amp power outlet. So there's a power point there that's waterproof on the exterior. Below is a 12 volt socket, dual USB port, and antenna point. The antenna point's linked up to the rooftop antenna and will allow customers to bring the TV that's included with the campervan outside. There's 2 external speakers also fitted to the passenger side of the campervan, and we'll have a look at the radio and internal speakers when we go inside. Left of the external speaker is the compartment that features our lithium batteries. There's 400 amp hour worth of lithium in there, so 2 200 amp hour lithiums, and they're fitted within an external storage box, so it's accessible outside and it's sealed off from the interior of the campervan. As mentioned, there's an antenna fitted, and you can actually see the antenna. It's the white dome that's at the very top of the van currently. That's a Winegard model, and it's a 360-degree antenna. Fitted to the rear door is the weld-beat Australian-made tyre carrier. This campervan's actually sold, so the customers that have purchased it, they're actually picking this one up next week as well. They've opted up for a tow bar to be fitted to the rear of the campervan, so here it is. Fitted in this little compartment at the rear is the EnerDrive 40 amp DC to DC charger with MPPT. So it's 2 units in one, and the reason why we use it is to save a bit of space. It combines the DC to DC charger and solar controller into the 1 unit. So the 3 solar panels that are fitted to the roof of this campervan are linked up to this DC to DC charger / MPPT, and currently the battery is full. And we can see that because it's displaying 13.5 volts, and there's 15.2 amp coming in from the panels that are on the roof at the moment. There's 3 panels, and they are 170 watts each, which equates to 510 watts of solar capacity on the roof currently. There's also a grey Anderson plug back here at the rear, and it's underneath here somewhere, just there, and that will actually enable the customer to go and plug in a solar blanket to the rear of the camper van. The location of these components changes dependent upon the layout. On this particular camper van, as you may have already seen, there's some couches in here. So there's 2 long couches which convert into 2 single beds with the removal of these backrest cushions. You can also set it up as one large double bed by removing the lagoon leg in the center and utilizing the tabletop along with another piece that we supply to infill in this area, and then the TIG cushions included as well, so this area can turn into a large double bed if required. Towards the top of the rear of the camper van, there's 2 cameras fitted. One's from Mercedes, and that's situated in the center, and then we fit one which is located on the right hand side, which actually displays a constant rear view feed, and there's a monitor that's situated over the actual rear vision mirror currently, and when we get to the front I'll show you where it's located. Fitted below the right hand side couch is the Truma combination unit. So this is a diesel heater and diesel hot water unit combined into one. It's plumbed up to the Sprinter van's fuel tank, so as long as there is diesel in the tank of the vehicle, the customer will be able to operate the ducted heater along with the hot water unit. As the side windows that are fitted to the camper van are tinted, we tint the rear windows along with driver and passenger window to match. On the left hand side is one of the insulated window covers that we include as well. So both rear windows for the doors have their own insulated window covers, along with the windscreen and driver and passenger windows. At the rear on the driver's side of the camper van is a integrated mains pressure inlet. Above is the back-in for the Truma diesel ducted heater and hot water unit. And to the right is one of the lockable freshwater tank fillers. There's another one over here again. The camper van has 2 freshwater tanks. They're 50 litres each. And there's a grey water tank fitted as well, and that's 50 litres also. So 100 litres of freshwater capacity, along with 50 litres of grey, and the hot water unit from Truma actually holds 11 litres too. Just beyond that second water tank filler is another 12-volt socket, along with antenna input. Also fitted to the driver's side of the camper van is the external shower with hot and cold water in a lockable box. The toilet cassette is just in front of it, and also there's a circuit breaker and 15 amp inlet. Now we can make our way onto the interior of the camper van, and in the entry we're greeted with a handle here on the right. There's a switch for the electric step. There's 2 water tank gauges for each of the fresh water tanks. Just above there's a couple of switches along with the water pump switch. A large mirror which will reveal the shower and toilet combination when we open it up in a moment. I've just started up the motor of the Mercedes so that the monitor becomes active, so the right hand camera that I mentioned earlier at the rear actually displays its picture up onto this monitor that's clipped over the mirror. There's another screen in the center over here to control your infotainment system. The van's got Apple CarPlay and Android Auto, so if your phone's compatible that will appear on that main screen. Climate controls and button for the electric sliding door below. Steering wheel controls and cluster in the center obviously. Within the shower toilet combo there's a tap and basin in the corner. There's a shower head on the left. Hatch and fan with built-in LED above. Medicine chest with mirror. And below there is a curtain for the cassette toilet. That's a ceramic bowl and lid cassette toilet from Thetford. There's an NCE dishless microwave above the Thetford 175 litre compressor fridge. So this is a 12-volt fridge. It operates off the 2 lithium batteries, and it has a fridge compartment and freezer drawer. So I've just pulled the freezer drawer out and opened up the fridge door. Right of the fridge is the large robe area, and there's actually the board that I mentioned that assists with converting this area into a large double bed, and that's at the base of the robe over here. Mounted to the wall on an adjustable bracket is a 12-volt smart TV with DVD player. Above we can see 2 of the interior speakers, Horton reverse cycle air conditioner, and smoke detector. The roof cladding runs all the way from the front of the camper van to the rear. Below both overhead cupboards at the rear of the camper van are LED strip lights. And fitted to both rear corners are Sirocco fans, map reading lights, double power points, and USB/USB-C ports. All the overhead cupboards in the camper van are fitted with piano hinges and gas struts, and currently stored in here are the insulated window covers that we mentioned earlier, and the overhead cupboards all have hidden latches as well. Moving into the kitchen area, we have a concealed range hood which is situated above the dual induction cooktop from Thetford. Below the induction cooktop are 3 large drawers. We allow customers to choose between a gas setup and a full electric setup. This camper van obviously has the full electric setup, and due to the fact that there's no gas bottles fitted to the van, you get this large drop down door below your drawers and robe. Above the kitchen in the overhead cupboard are our component displays. On the right hand side is the display for the Truma ducted heater and hot water unit. On the left hand side at the top is the Enerdrive ePro battery monitor. So this will actually give you a battery percentage dependent upon how much charge is left in the batteries at any given time. Below it is an inverter and charger display for the inverter and charger, which is a combination unit from Enerdrive as well, and it's fitted below this seat. So, as I mentioned, it's a combination unit. It is a 3000 watt inverter and 100 amp battery charger. When you're plugged into 240 volt, you could be charging your lithium batteries on board at 100 amps. Alternatively, when we power on this display and we're free camping, like technically we are at the moment, the inverter will be converting the 12 volt power from the lithium batteries over to 240 volt and distributing it to all the power points throughout the camper van, along with your air conditioner on the roof. And also there is a fusion stereo below. Continuing on through the kitchen, there's a large square sink along with flick mixer, which includes hot and cold water and also a separate filtered water spout. Now this isn't our only layout, we have multiple, and this particular layout comes in another configuration with pillow top mattresses in the back instead of having these couches. We do another model with an east-west bed at the rear and 2 seats that are in front of each other. We also do this configuration in a large north-south fixed bed. We do it in a 4-seater model as well, and we also do it in an electric bed campervan model too. So if you have any further questions or would like to have a look at some of those floor plans that I've just mentioned, please head over to our website. It's www.rvsalesaus.com.au. And as we actually have 2 side by side currently, we'll go and have a look in this camper van as well. It's actually the exact same layout. The customers have opted for the stainless interior pack instead of the black pack, so you get a stainless square sink. The surround on the ensuite and shower door is stainless. The fans are white, and they have also opted for fabric seats compared to the leatherette that is in the camper van that we were just in. This particular camper van also has gas fitted, so there's a gas griller, cooktop with 3 burners and hot plate, and recessed bench top fitted also. Customers can elect between any of our large variety of interior colors. So you can choose benchtop, splashback material, seating area, wall, interior door and cupboard, obviously black pack or stainless pack like we mentioned. This particular customer's opted for 2 interior door colors, so there's a dark grey and a white combination. And as we mentioned previously, you can opt between gas and electric setups. With a gas setup, a barbecue bayonet at the rear is also fitted. We also offer the ability for customers to upgrade to the high GVM variant of both the all-wheel drive and rear-wheel drive Sprinter. Going to the dual wheel model allows for the GVM to increase to 4,490 kilos. So an extra 390 kilos are applied to the GVM along with the GCM of the vehicle. Thank you very much for watching this video. If you have any questions regarding this model or any of our other models, I will put our contact details in the description of this video. Please feel free to contact me. Thank you. Bye.